If you like minion builds, Caliban has been the way to go for quite a while now. He is simply the best. It wasn't always like this though. Back in the day when Caliban first released, his lethal progeny ability would only allow you to summon conquelists, the melee ones, and while they did a lot of damage, they were pretty dumb. Now, I'm not gonna take any credit here, but I've always said that it would be very cool if we at least got an augment that would allow you to summon battalists, which are the ranged sentients. DE, however, did something amazing. They gave us the option to summon either conquelists, which are melee, ortholists, which are ranged, or summalists, which are support minions. This instantly made Caliban the best minion frame because while yes, the ortholists do sometimes get stuck, they are amazing because they are reliable. There are other minions or summons that do a lot of damage, but they're usually pretty dumb, whether it comes to movement or their targeting. Caliban's ortholists are ranged, so even if they do get stuck, it's not the end of the world and they will shoot at anything that even resembles an enemy. Now, why are we talking about this? Because we already know this, right? Well, because Caliban just got even better with the latest update. He received a new augment called Razor Mortar. This is of course an augment for Razor Gyre, his first ability, and it makes it so that Razor Gyre now groups enemies together, and when you have ortholists summoned by lethal progeny, they will bombard the grouped enemies with bonus electricity damage and fire rate for 6 seconds, which is affected by duration. The bonus fire rate and electricity damage are also affected by strength with really decent scaling, and that's nuts because on lethal progeny builds you want to get the maximum strength because it affects the level of your minions. But wait, there's more. This augment also fixes the sometimes the ortholist gets stuck problem. Because the way it works is whenever you do a spin, when you come out of the spin, your lethal progeny is teleported to you. So it allows you to group enemies together, gives your minions a ton of fire rate and bonus electricity damage, and it allows you to reposition your minions at will. Here's the build that I ended up putting together. It's actually fairly similar to my old build. I just dropped a little bit of health and armor and replaced it with Razor Mortar instead. We ran Summoner's Wrath for the companion damage, primed YouTube memes in the Exodus because I am a YouTube man, Kamisato and MORTAR Augmented for 120% bonus strength when they're fully ramped up. I chose to go the health and armor route for defense, which also allows us to get a ton of strength from Umbro Intensify. We ran Streamline for efficiency because this build can be somewhat energy hungry at times. We have Stretch for a bit of extra range, the new Razor Mortar Augment, and we top it off with Augur Secrets and Primed Continuity for a ton of duration. The shard setup is very much up to you. I went full red with 2 duration shards and 3 strength shards, but it is, as I've said, very much up to you. If you want to go more defensive, you can squeeze in some blue ones, or if you want more utility, you can even use yellows. Also, previously, I would put Nourish over Razor Gyre, but now we actually want to use Razor Gyre all the time. I actually put it over Sentient Wrath. It is not entirely necessary. Sentient Wrath is very good, but I would rather have Nourish. One thing I would recommend is that you play around with the amount of duration on the build. I like my duration quite high, so I don't have to recast my abilities too often, but maybe you could drop a bit of duration in favor of something else. Just bear in mind that it will make the build more power hungry. In terms of defense, the build is extremely tanky and well suited for Steel Path because we have a ton of health and armor plus a crazy amount of shields and overshields that constantly regenerate thanks to our lethal progeny. The playstyle is pretty straightforward. You summon the boys, pop Nourish, group enemies up with Razor Gyre, and if you so desire, you can also use Fusion Strike to strip enemy armor and do an absolutely insane amount of damage. The damage your boys can do even without Fusion Strike is absolutely insane, especially if you have a good pet with you. Add on a Hound, Good Boy Harold with a Petoten that's modded for Magnetic, Corrosive, Radiation and Cold. I would highly recommend you try this build out. I am very proud of it. Even if you're not into minions, it's just very well rounded. I've been working on it for quite a while, and this latest addition in the form of the Razor Mortar Augment is just a cherry on top of what was already a delightful cake. It is in my opinion the best minion style build in the game. It absolutely trashes Necros, Korra or even Oraxia. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching as always guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.